There is almost no way grandparents and parents totally agree on house rules.
Really?
Almost no.
I didn't know that.
So, when they come to, let's take your house first. They come to your house. How do you enforce your rules, especially if they don't do it that way?
Well, they know coming in that you're going to do A, B, C, and if you don't do A, B, C, then you don't get asked back. You know, it's like, seriously. Like,
Well, let me give you an example. My daughter, the one that lives in town, has 2 sons, and they're teenagers, and they're all doing the texting thing. And so when we sit down to the table, this was when they first started texting.
When they were 3.
Yeah, yeah, really. But anyway, I said, hey, wait a minute here. You can't text at my table. And they said, well, why not? And I said, table, food, conversation. I said, this is what we do here. And I said, that includes you, Mom. And she goes, oh, come on. And I said, nah.
Would you try this with a daughter-in-law?
If they were at my house, yes.
You would. So this is it. We're going
Yeah.
to stand our ground.
Yeah. Well, it's we say it's family time. We want to visit with you, not your phone. And, you know, they understood. And since that time, they come over and they put their phones down on the counter and everything is fine. We have a nice dinner. We have great visits. And then after dinner, they can pick up their phones and do whatever they want. It's worked out pretty well. But, you know, if you don't set that standard right there, well, what are you going to do? Just have them sit at the table and text? That's not a visit. It's not quality time.
Terry?
Yeah, ours are younger, so we don't have that sort of issue. But I would say that it's really different with the in-laws than it is with the daughters, because you want to maintain that relationship. So it's not worth it to me to lose the relationship. But I agree with you. I think if you start out ahead of time saying, this is what we do.
So wait a minute. When he goes out with her for the first date, she comes in the house, that's when you start.
Actually, you're partly right, because I think it goes back to, like, how did you raise them in the first place? So we had our battles when they were teenagers, and like about what we're going to watch in our house. And I remember my one daughter, I hope she's not watching this, but she was like,
Don't watch this.
Don't watch this, honey. She was in college, and she brought home some R movie, and I heard all this, you know, like terrible language coming out, and I go, what's going on here? And she goes, I am 22. I can watch what I want now. And I go, well, I'm 49, and that is not going on in my house. And so we had to talk about that, and I said, you just can't bring that in here. We've had this house blessed. You know, I asked Jesus and Mary to watch over our house. We cannot have this in here. And she was not happy at all. But I'll tell you what, right now, she's really strict with her kids. They watch. So I think it starts way back. You know, the battle starts when they have their own will. And I see my children trying to do some of the same things that we did. Some of the things I think are going awry is our culture is so strong in letting children have their own choices, that my daughter said to me recently, I don't know how to discipline and maintain my relationship. And I was like, well, what relationship is that? Are you trying to be a friend?
Like, hello.
Yes, I know. And so she did not want to hear that, but I just feel like I have to say, I mean, part of my job as a grandparent is the same as a parent. I have to be a moral compass. And if they don't like it, I try to say it as nicely as possible and not make them feel like they're really wrong and I'm really right. But they kind of know that.